what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Talk Movies. I'm Brad.
And I'm Miguel.
And this is our Jaws watch-along. We were going to do this on Monday, ended up getting pushed to this Saturday. But, guys, we are so glad you're here. I was going to pull up that thumbnail, and now it's gone. I don't know why I didn't even have it in here ready to go. But happy Saturday night. Hope you had a great 4th of July week. I'm sure someone somewhere is still throwing off fireworks because that's just kind of the way that we do it in good old America.
It is.
It's like fireworks season. The entire month of July is like one big fireworks day. So
I'd much rather get rid of it, and actually blow it up instead of keeping it in my house, for it to just, fester.
I would much rather save the $120 that I'm going to spend on fireworks to do something.
That's true.
else.
I mean, you have it until like New Year's. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's become a lot. It actually wasn't too bad by our house. It went on for a couple hours, but then after that, it just kind of dwindled and it ended. So it wasn't too bad.
Well, that's good. I mean,
I know in some places
do you keep all your digits?
All-nighters.
I mean, digit check.
I didn't do any.
Keep them.
I didn't do any, so I have all 5 digits still. But
That's good. That's good. The best thing about 4th of July, whenever you get to around our age, is the fact that you just end up not wanting to buy fireworks, and you save money and digits. And so
I have
cool
a baby and a dog who's terrified of sounds. She's actually laying down here with me right now because it's been thundering, and she's terrified, shaking out of her boots right now of thunder. So yeah, she's a little bit of a freak, but I love her.
Give her some pot.
She's not a girl, but I love her. She's okay. We give her the vet prescribed her meds, like for it, like sedatives, but she's so like out of it and high for like a day and a half afterwards, and it's almost like it's not even worth it.
She's
like I would rather just be scared during the storm than be done,
She's like a Beverly Hills supermodel that's like hopped up on antidepressants. So that's what I mean. Don't give your dog sedatives. Just give him give him some I don't know, give him a pot brownie for like a minute. Be fine. I'm not endorsing that.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? So real quick before we get into the watch along, guys, you may have seen at the beginning. Next Friday we have a channel announcement at 8 p.m. Eastern. There's an announcement on the show about some happenings around here coming this fall. So if you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell so that you get an advanced notification of when that's happening. And also, if you are in this is kind of another update in and of itself, but if you are in the Let's Talk Movies Facebook group, which is now over 100 members. So thank you to everybody who has joined the Let's Talk Movies Facebook group. If you are in the Facebook group, you are going to get a sneak peek of this on Thursday night instead of having to wait until Friday. So those people are going to get a special link in that private group on Thursday night to check out what's going on, and then it'll drop for everybody on the channel on Friday. And that's just kind of a sneak peek of things that are happening in a few months as we get into pumpkin season. So
yeah,
we're excited.
Like a couple days. What day is today? Yeah, literally 4 days after the 4th of July. Already in the season's going.
Well, you sent me a picture today. Where was that at? There was the
Costco,
Halloween stuff. Yeah, Costco's already got Halloween stuff going up.
Dude, can you believe that?
I heard Hobby Lobby's the same way. They already have all of their fall and Halloween stuff.
Hey, you know what, by all means, I know the complexion of my skin says I love summertime, but to be honest, man, I love a good 65 to 75 degree weather. It's not bad.
That's still summertime to me. When we get into like 65 is the high. All right, we're getting into fall. Like it's getting to be time. I want to see the leaves falling off the trees and blowing off in the wind.
I just miss breathing clear air and not moist,
not
smoky
smoke.
air.
Yeah.
Not the fact that the air is not only smoky, but it's also like fucking moist, and it's like the worst combination ever. And it's like you're sucking
humid.
a fiery.
Humid is that word.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. When it gets humid, when it's really humid, it becomes moist. So get on my face.
Moist.
It ends up like you're drinking like a fiery cotton candy or something like that. I don't know. Doesn't it feel good? So, as a guy with brown complexion, I can't wait for fall.
When I start feeling that cool air kiss in the back of my neck, that's how I know it's fall. So,
There you go.
So last thing, channel announcement next Friday. Join the Facebook group if you haven't already. You can type Let's Talk Movies YouTube channel or YouTube Let's Talk Movies YouTube channel community change. That's a lot. God, I can't talk. Let's Talk Movies YouTube channel community page. Wow, someone should slap me in the face because I could not say what I was trying to say. So join the Facebook group, and then also we did it. We didn't jump ship. We're still on Twitter too, but we're on Threads. So if you're on Threads, if you follow us on Instagram, chances are you're probably already following us on Threads. But we're on Threads in case you haven't already. Dude, I love it. It's such an infinitely nicer place than Twitter.
Is it really?
Yes, 100%. Like, there's
but you're
not
selling, but
nearly...
you're giving away your, like, what's it called? Your information, though, right? Because it's in the metaverse.
Dude, bro, they already have our information. If you're on Facebook, they already have your information.
Yeah, that's true.
They already have it with Facebook and Instagram anyways.
Yeah, honest to God, like, I think, kind of figured Zucks was going to do something like that. Because I remember he wanted to buy Twitter, and Twitter would just gave him, like, the big old, like, middle finger.
Yeah.
And I kind of figured with how popular, how massive he's been getting, and with the whole metaverse, I knew something like that was going to happen. Like, Twitter is somehow was going to catch some competition. Threads turned out to be just that. What
I'm seeing out of Threads so far, I really like it. There are still things that I like on, like, I have my personal Twitter, and then I have the show Twitter, and I'm mostly on the show Twitter account, but like on my personal one, that's where I get like I follow a lot of weather people because I'm into weather and stuff like that, and like political stuff. Like I get that on there, like news and political. I can't talk tonight. What? I haven't had any alcohol. I'm about to drink tea. I don't know what's going on with me. But like news and political stuff, I have my personal Twitter, and then like for show movie stuff, I have the LTM one, but. Threads has just kind of been like the happy medium, man. Like everybody's just happy and like having a good time and talking about stuff, and like I haven't seen a single like negative thing.
Threads is the sedative that you give your dog before a thunderstorm.
Yes, it is. So, I like it.
So you like that.
What else? I also liked it. Rosalia is in the chat. She said, "Hey, Brad Miguel, what's up, Rosie? Hope you're having a good Saturday night." So this is the big one, man. Jaws, one of the most influential movies of all time. It's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. This is a really important one to me. And it always has been ever since I was a little kid. This is one of those things that intrigues me. This is a perfect example of like when you're told not to do it, but it makes you want to do it more anyways. And I used to watch Jaws when I was a little kid from behind the couch. But it's one of those things that you can't look away from it either. It's just... It's like watching a car accident happen. You have to stare at it. Like it's awful, but it's so influential. And when you look at what it meant to cinema and what it meant to Steven Spielberg's career, and it was the first real big summer blockbuster movie. I mean, this is the movie that made the blockbuster, you know? And when you look at all of the problems that it had in the production, things like that, Jaws is a pretty incredible feat when you really take a step back and look at it, and it's really, really important. So what was your first interaction with Jaws, Miguel?
Jaws? I don't know. I was fairly young, I guess. I was never a fan of it.
Really?
I think you pumping that shit in my ear made me look into it a little bit more, and I guess I found myself a new appreciation for the movie.
Don't ever say that ever again.
Well, I mean, he kind of did, guys, but nonetheless, I'd say I gained a new appreciation for the movie because I didn't really realize about the production. I didn't really think about it as in regards to the history of it. Fuck, right. I didn't even know Steven Spielberg fucking directed it. So, like, I guess I was just, just fairly... Shut the fuck up, okay? It was a while ago. It was a while ago.
Okay, so it's not like you found this out today.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, I didn't know that. I thought he directed. I was like,
No, at the time when I was like, bro,
I
you just
understand.
asked me like when was the last time, when was the first time I got introduced to it? You think I knew who Steven Spielberg was when I first got introduced to Spielberg?
I gotcha. I understand
Um,
now. I was really confused at
I
first.
had my man floored for a minute, didn't I?
I was like, bro.
No, like I said, like I didn't know who he was, so I didn't really knew like this was like how I didn't really realize how pivotal of a movie this was. So when I like decided like actually like paying attention to the movie, I was like, you know what? In the grand scheme of things, I could see why this was could have been like the first blockbuster of the
Yeah,
summer, and you know, like I'm excited to watch it again. So I'm excited you guys are going to join us too,
100%.
and I'm sweating my balls off over here. So let's get to it.
Yeah. The Master of All Movies Presswood DVD Collector. That's a hell of a name. He said, "Hey guys, what's up? We're so glad you're here." So if you've never done a watch along with us or a live commentary or anything like that, we are watching on YouTube. Miguel, do you already have it pulled up?
I do.
Okay.
Can you hear
And
me, fam?
obviously for copyright reasons, we can't put it up on the screen, but we have it pulled up on YouTube right now. We are paused at 0 minutes and 0 seconds, and I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, play. And when I say play, that's when we're going to click play, and we'll start the movie together. So go ahead, get your copy ready real quick. Master of All Movies said, "I'm new here. I'm going around on other live stream YouTube channels. I'm into movies." That's awesome. So glad you're here. Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm Brad. He's Miguel. Welcome to the show. What was I going to say? Oh, real quick, while everybody's kind of getting their copy ready and what's going on, I did see. I'm super into like the ocean and all that stuff, anyways, and I know it freaks a lot of people out. Like, I think you and I have had this conversation before. It was in the what show was it on? We had a whole weird like deep life conversation about the ocean. And
I don't remember what it was, but we started talking about what was scarier, space or the ocean.
it was the Event Horizon show.
There you
It
go.
was like the fourth Purely and Simply Evil episode we ever did on Event Horizon. Like we went on just in this like tangent of talking about like whether it would be scarier to be lost in the ocean or in space or whatever else. But anyways, I know a lot of people have. Is it thessaliophobia? That's the ocean phobia.
Yes, that is
It's
it.
that one. I'm like I don't know. I've always been weirdly intrigued by the ocean, but
You also
I'm
scared by it.
also from yes, it is scary, but I'm also like I'm from Florida. I spent like every day at the beach. Like I'm a beach guy. Like I'm the person who goes and swims out in the water, you know. And anyways, I saw in a lot of places. There I actually saw this on Twitter. Again, I get my news there. I had seen that a lot of places are reporting that their great white populations are just like out and they don't know where they're at. And it's weird because there have been quite a few great white sightings like along the eastern coast of the US lately, which is strange because they're not usually native here. Like I know some of them it had been like, you know, some of them would migrate here every once in a while like off of the coast of Africa and stuff crossing the Atlantic, but bro, they're seeing great whites like all the time now in Florida and in the Carolinas and even up in like New York and places like that. I just saw one the other day. There was a great white sharding, great white sharding. It was a great white sharding. That's what it was. Great white shark sighting in Cape Cod. You know what I think it is? I think it's a few things. Number one, obviously the ocean is super warm because of climate change and everything right now. Two, fishing patterns. But three, old Free Willy, bro, is taking over. Orcas are freaking taking over, dude.
Oh, are they?
I'm serious. If you told me if somebody had a gun to my head and said you either have to jump in this pool with a great white or you have to jump in this pool with an orca, bro, I am diving into the great white pool. 100%.
Really?
Orcas are nuts, dude. There was a video of fishermen. They were on a boat like off the coast of New Zealand or something, and this pod of orcas was sinking their boat. They were like ramming it and stuff, and they had to call like the police to come like rescue them because their boat was sinking from orcas. And it's
Bro,
like,
I'll
are
say
they?
this.
I mean,
Like
they're
orcas
hella
really got
smart.
that dog in them. Like they are
They
straight
do.
menace. And
Yeah.
I mean I've seen videos of how they like literally like mistreat penguins and seals and like
Mm-hmm.
fucking like It's
Yeah.
scary whenever a carnivore, such as a. It's scary when a great white shark is nearby because they're pretty much carnivorous and they're like instinctually just want to kill you. But there's a difference between like an orca and a great white. I'll say this: orca's got better IQ than a great white.
Oh yeah.
Clear and
Oh yeah.
clear.
Well,
So imagine a fucking 12-foot serial killer that has the same mental capacity as you and and is already adapt to water. Like
mhm.
they're gonna fuck you up. And
there
it's like fucking insane.
yeah,
Like
there have been reports of orcas killing 20 sharks in a day off the coast of Africa.
really?
20 sharks a day, and they go for their liver. They kill them and go for their liver and leave the shark. Like
They eat their liver and
it's
then go
barbaric.
and then
They
leave
eat-
it alone.
Yep, it's barbaric, man. Yeah. So, so let's go ahead and do this thing again. 3, 2, 1, play, and that's when we are going to start the movie. So if you've got your copy ready, we are paused at 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Miguel, are you ready?
Man, fuck orcas.
Yeah, and Rosalia said, yeah, that's the name of the boat too. In the name of Quint's boat is the orca.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah, which is kind of funny that the shark sinks the orca. All right, here we go. We are starting Steven Spielberg's Jaws in 3, 2, 1, play. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.
Pretty sure I'm like I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm at 30 seconds right now.
I am 5 seconds ahead of you.
I see the old Universal logo. About right now.
Yeah, I'm 5
MCA
seconds ahead of you.
Damn.
What part of Florida are you from, Brad?
Yeah. Master of all movies. I am from West Palm Beach.
Didn't you say something about like how your old house was like ridiculously expensive now?
Yeah, all the housing market in Florida is friggin' nuts right now. Which it's nuts everywhere, but houses that are worth like $100,000 are worth like $450,000 right now.
That is true. Dude, my grandmother's house is worth $400,000. Can you imagine that? Like
Nuts.
fucking shit, dude. Can't even afford my childhood home.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. It's pretty crazy that, you know, I don't know that this movie would have been quite as successful without John Williams' score. I really don't. Because when you think of all of the issues and all of the problems that they had, like, I just don't know that it would have been quite as effective without. Because with the novel, essentially the novel, what was so special about it was that it didn't ever really describe the shark in Peter Benchley's novel.
what?
So in Peter Benchley, the author of Jaws,
Okay.
it didn't necessarily describe the shark. It just kind of described what was happening, like in the opening scene with the girl who's eaten. But the thing with again, it's like the perfect example of a happy accident, because what happened was, because they couldn't get shots of the shark is only in like 4.5 minutes of this entire movie, but because they couldn't get shots of the shark to work, it ended up being in less of the movie, which of course kind of got Spielberg's mind thinking as a problem solver of, okay, what do we do here? And what John Williams was able to add was that anytime you hear that theme, it's like you build up in your mind that the shark is there. You don't have to even lay eyes on it, you know? And it works so well. It's perfect. Swimming!
I love how
Woohoo!
this
Mickey,
movie starts off
woohoo!
like any other horror movie.
Yeah.
A bunch of high and drunk teenagers at campfire.
You realize this is rated PG?
Why is there boobies?
Yeah. Like right now.
Oh wow. You're not lying.
PG.
Ah,
But of
nah,
course, for
that's not really.
1975, you know, for 1975,
What, did we get more conservative? Yeah, we did.
PG-13 wasn't a thing. Or
Yeah.
rated R, you know, it had to be hardcore to get that, you know, hardcore
Yeah.
rating. Has he been drinking? Because dude ran like 10 feet and he's like,
He said, I can't undress and walking. Well, hopefully, Siri just helped me out with the fucking time difference because it stopped.
are you serious? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hey, 6 people watching, by the way. Right now, if you want to join us, we are about 4 minutes into Jaws. We're seeing the POV of the girl swimming at the beginning who's about to get wrecked by the shark, which is really interestingly enough, is 2 divers underneath of her that were pulling her under the water to make it look like she was being thrashed around by old Bruce.
Good old Bruce.
Are you getting yours working, Miguel? Is it all right?
Do what?
Is yours working all right?
Yeah, it is. It was just a
Oh,
little
okay,
girl
okay,
that
okay,
was that paused the movie.
How many seconds are you at?
50. I'm gonna be at 5 in like 5 seconds.
Okay.
Maybe at 5 minutes right about now.
All right, we're 2 seconds off. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine. Man, I gotta say, like, she's putting up a fight with this shark, though.
Oh yeah, and I will say the time of day makes it scary too, because it's that twilight like, it's like the time of day I hate driving because you can't really see. I would rather drive, or like, I don't know. It's like a weird mind game thing. I would almost rather be out in broad daylight or it's pitch black because it's like it messes with your eyes when you see this.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Is there like?
What a way to open a film.
Yeah. What happened to the guy? He just like passed out.
You passed out on the beach,
That's funny.
Brody.
Why is she wearing a dress and sleeping? In
It's
Florida.
a gown. It's a nightgown. Miguel's like, why isn't she naked?
I'm straight up in my like it's too hot era right now.
Yeah. Rosie said, come on in the chat, everybody. No sharks here.
Not too far from the car. Or are they up north?
Man, he was such a perfect casting choice.
Was he in any other movie?
Oh yeah, man. Roy Schneider was in quite a bit. I was pulling up his filmography. I mean, it was older stuff. I mean, obviously, like, he was in Jaws and Jaws 2. He was in all that jazz, Marathon Man, The French Connection, Blue Thunder. You know, he was in The Punisher.
Was he? Which one?
What?
Was it the Dolph Lundgren one?
Tom Jane's Punisher? Oh, he played Frank Castle's dad.
He really?
Bro, I did not know that. Bro, I didn't realize that Will Patton is Quentin in Tom Jane's Punisher movie. That just blew my entire mind.
Well, what?
Will Patton,
Mhm.
Hawkins in Halloween, is Quentin in Tom Jane's. John Travolta's like assistant guy, the bad guy that ends up being gay, and he like revealed like Tom Jane sets it up where he was cheating on his wife, even though he really wasn't, to get John Travolta to kill him.
That's funny. I like that. When you think back, like sometimes I like to look up these characters, these actors, and just read up on their filmography, and some of them are kind of funny. It's like you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah.
Because they weren't as popular back then. See, that's what I mean.
Right.
You didn't know he was in there. Same way I didn't know Steven Spielberg directed this movie.
Yeah.
Can you imagine wearing a windbreaker
I know, right?
on the beach?
Dude, people do it though. It's nuts. Like I'm hot blooded. Like if it's not 60 degrees, I'm hot. And people in Florida, like my grandparents used to do it. It'd be 75 degrees and they'd be out there in a jacket. And I'm like, what are you doing, bro? You know?
Yeah. Are they about to find the girl?
Yep. Yuck. That tide came in. Again, this movie is masterful in that it doesn't show everything. And I know largely that was probably because it was mostly an accident that they couldn't show everything, and they meant to. But it ended up being so perfect that, that
we only got to see the hand?
That they only got to see certain bits and pieces of it. I mean, it's funny because this was Spielberg's his big break. And he had, he grew up in Cincinnati when he had gotten like a short film and he had gotten in with Universal and things like that. And once he had got in with Universal, that opened up TV episodes and things like that he was directing. But when he got Jaws, this was going to be his big break. And I think he had 50 days to film it. And I mean, he went way over budget. Nothing was working and nothing was going right because it was the first film to actually film on the ocean. They were trying to actually do this thing on the ocean with the mechanical sharks and stuff like that, and nothing worked. The sharks were sinking to the bottom, and I also think I read somewhere that the sharks were built, the animatronics were built for freshwater, and as soon as they put them in salt water, it was like, nope.
They started rusting?
Well, not rusting, but just malfunctioning, and I think they were supposed to film Jaws in 50 days. It went over 100 days. It was 151 days that they spent filming this movie.
That behind on a schedule would really trash the movie, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but if it didn't, I mean,
if it wasn't for reshoots, it wasn't reshoots. It was just the fact that it was just terribly done.
And it was highly anticipated anyways. I mean, the novel was kind of a big hit already in 74. So when they announced that they were doing this, I mean, it was a big deal, but it's just so well done. Everything.
Have you ever wanted to go to Amity Island?
Oh, I would love to go there. They filmed it in, why can't I think of the name? I'm drawing a blank. Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, I'd love to go there.
Where?
In Martha's Vineyard.
Where's that?
Massachusetts.
Jesus Christ. You wouldn't have thought that, wouldn't you?
Well, it makes sense, though. I mean, it's still that East Coast,
Mm-hmm.
Even the script, they had so many people writing the script that essentially they were rewriting the script during production. They would be writing part of a script on the day that they were filming that scene, which is it's crazy. Everything that could have went wrong that this movie had going against it could have gone against. Everything that could have gone against it was going against it.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes it all the more special that it turned out so well and that it became such a sensation.
Was the mayor Hal Holbrook? Is that who that was?
The actor?
Yeah.
No, it's Murray Hamilton.
Okay. That guy with the anchor suit?
Yeah.
Huh.
Those summer dollars.
I hate the bureaucracy.
I know, right? Whatever. If you brushed it under the rug, then it didn't happen.
You know, it's so funny because when I met you, dude, you would tell me all the time that barracudas were worse than sharks.
They are.
Yeah, but then
Low-key,
like,
they
as,
are.
yeah, but as the mayor said, he says if you say barracuda, no one bats an eye. But if you say
Yeah.
shark,
Yeah.
you know,
I know that from my dad because I've never been scuba diving. I would love to go. But he's been scuba diving and he was like, you know, the guy he was with was like, if you see a shark, just push them away. Like literally just push them away from you and they'll leave you alone. That's the thing. Sharks are not like diehard serial killers that are out to kill everything in sight. Like they're really not.
like orcas.
But orcas are out to kill everything in sight. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I read a thing the other day, again, when I was reading that article about the orcas and the sharks and stuff in Africa and New Zealand. Orcas don't attack people because they don't have to. It's basically too easy. I was like, oh, that makes me
Really?
uncomfortable.
It's the fact that orcas don't consider us like a viable
Yeah.
food source
It's-
or adversary.
Yeah. It's like you see a steak on a plate or like a couple peanuts on the floor. We're the peanuts, and it's just like, not right now. The Meg. Me in 70 years.
Oh, buddy's so on edged.
I know, right? I get it though.
Bro, oh, buddy is blistered up on his back.
He is.
I didn't even hear what that guy was like complaining about because I was
Yeah.
focusing on the
Well, you weren't
screens.
supposed to. So good, man.
Wasn't there a thing about like
Yes, I've seen Blackfish, Rosie. It's a good documentary. Blackfish was one of the first of those like earth-shattering documentaries, like, you know what I mean,
or
like
like
one
what
that
they were
really
mistreating
shook people. Yeah, that's
orcas?
the SeaWorld one about
Yeah.
how like they really shouldn't be in captivity and stuff.
Well, you say that you see that documentary and you start to understand like why these orcas have like a death wish on us.
Fair.
It's just blood for blood. Like how else do you want to say it?
Poor dog.
Man, why does every dog have to go down?
I know. See, that's a perfect example right there. You don't even need to see anything else. Like, you see the splashing, you hear the music. That's it. That's all you need.
Oh dang. Is that his son?
I love that shot.
Wait, didn't we know that boy?
Yep.
Oh, he's fine.
It's pretty creepy how you saw the fins flip like that.
Yeah.
There she is.
That's all you needed to see.
Rip.
You know how that's funny how like your job is pretty much like pushed aside?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened with this guy.
Right. Press conference in that tiny little room.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small town, right?
Yeah, it's a
It's like
tiny little town.
it's like borderline like just like a lake house association if you think about
Yeah. Amity Island.
it. Order in the court.
Order in the card. Making jokes about a little boy who was eaten.
Right. It's a decent question.
Are you going to close the beaches?
Hold up. I love how everyone was like freaked out about the shark, but then they're like,
I
how
know.
dare you close the beach?
I know.
Oh my god.
I love that lady. 24 hours
want
is
you to
like
know
3
right-
weeks.
I want you to be very I want to be very clear right now. The LOL. That famous scene.
Yeah. Fauci, what's going on, man? Said, what's going on, gents? Jaws, a damn fine classic for sure. 100%, man. Quint. Nobody could have played Quint like Robert Shaw. Nobody. Bad fish.
Did he draw that?
Probably, yeah.
He's so fucking. That's pretty good.
For 10. That's a fair deal.
Well spoken.
It's just he's one of those characters that like he's so weird and so whack, but he adds so much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like every scene he's in, he just kind of steals it. Austin, SPC, what's going on, my dude?
Hey, dude.
Hey, if
Wait,
you guys
isn't
want to
that
watch
his
with
mate?
us, we're about 23 minutes into Jaws right now. Quint just showed up.
The man knows how to sell himself, though. I'll give him that.
He does. He definitely does. See, it's funny though that Brody is always so scared on land. And like I know they were trying to do that to drive home the fact that he's scared of the ocean, But like, it's kind of funny because he's on land, and every time he's so jumpy, like by the
I
situation.
think he's just a scared individual. Isn't he from New York?
I'm a
No, he's
scared.
not.
I don't remember. Got to get that whiskey. What do you do when you're scared? You drink whiskey.
Drink whiskey.
There's every marriage right there. Do you want to get drunk and fool around?
It's not a bad life. People on the beach. He's in a boat on the ocean. The fuck are you talking about?
He's not on the ocean.
He's on a boat.
In the ocean. Dude, that's a hell of a house, though. I would love a house like that.
Very true. Bro, is that an orca on that picture?
I know, right?
LOL. She sees the picture and she's
Yeah.
immediately like, okay, I believe you.
Yeah. Dude, this is a killer scene, too.
I thought that was a shark. So, are they trying to find it? Yeah, they are.
Yep.
I'm so sad. That looks like a good old hunk of meat,
That's a
though.
big piece of meat. That's a big roast.
I find it funny that a tire is buoyant.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? There's so many pictures of these great whites, and yet Bruce looks nothing like these great whites.
Yeah, I know. He's got a different look. There's something about it that's kind of cool looking, though. I always dug it. Like,
Because he
I
looks
know
he looks like a beast. He doesn't look like an animal. He just looks like a
yeah,
beast.
yeah. It's more monsterish looking.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't know. I know it doesn't hold up, and I know it. Well, I say it doesn't hold up from an effect standpoint. It obviously looks dated, but there's something about it. Like if I had to pick this versus other shark film,
Jesus
like CGI
Christ.
sharks, dude, I am 10 out of 10 picking Jaws.
Yeah.
I think it's done better than CGI sharks.
Bro, you see the damage.
My God, that's
some of
us
these
in
sharks
50
do.
years.
You got me fucked up if you think I'm hunting sharks with you. Is he gonna knock off the pier?
Hey,
Yeah, he is. Yep, I figured.
done. Drug.
If I was him, I'd start swimming.
That's scary right there.
Yeah, I think what makes it interesting with these the first three kills is that it's dark and ominous.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And you don't see anything. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like we saw the buoy bobbing up and down. Now we see the piece of the dock floating back towards him. Like it's sound and it's objects that are being used to personify the shark. It's not actually seeing the shark. It's so perfect. And again, it shows that even at a young age, Spielberg was so innovative. You know what I mean? Like he was a problem solver, even though it was his first film. It's so funny. Could you imagine him though? I mean, he thought this was gonna damn his career. Like he was like, I'm done after this. You know what I mean? And this ended up being the movie that made him. You know?
Well, when you think about it, when you're all in, man, you're all in. Like
This went from being a movie that should not have worked under any circumstances, and it ended up being the highest grossing movie ever made until The Empire Strikes Back. Or A New Hope. Was A New Hope first?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Again, forgive me. I know. We're a movie channel and everybody's going to be like, you don't know which one came first. No, I don't. I'm not a Star Wars person. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend. You know what's funny is that, A, Miguel and I are going to get to see Richard Dreyfuss at Scarefest in October. But B, Richard Dreyfuss and Robert Shaw hated each other during the making of this movie. Couldn't stand each other.
funny.
And it's funny because their characters don't get along either. You know, Hooper and Quint hate each other in this movie.
Yeah, get out of here.
You walk straight ahead. They're all. I love his one-liners. They're all gonna die. I thought it was interesting, like how much of a mass panic it caused too. You know what I mean?
For what?
The shark.
What, like the complete hysteria of trying to like catch the shark?
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily like them like fearing the shark right now. I think it's more like there's literally $3,000 on the table to catch a shark and
Right.
island that's filled with
Right.
sailors and so-called fishermen.
Right. Shark hunting parties.
You think a shark's going to be anywhere near that? No.
I know, right? They're wasting all that meat and fish.
Oh, I hope that dog makes it.
Dude, blood in 70s movies looked so bright red.
They did.
He's such a good actor, man.
Did you hear the fireworks behind me?
I did. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Solid. See, they're still going on.
So you mean to tell me like this is like a quarter
shoulders,
of her
knees
body?
and toes, knees and toes. Yeah, there ain't much left.
Old buddy must be very close. So like the head's there, the torso's there, and the arm's there.
Pretty much.
So like all of this. There's a shark.
Poor guy.
I know, right? What'd he do?
Poor guy was just swimming along.
No.
I
Is that
will
really what
say
killed it? A bow and
something
arrow?
unfortunate is that this movie did spark kind of a widespread hatred of sharks. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
a
like people
shame.
just want to go out there and kill sharks.
There she is. That's still a pretty good sized shark.
I mean, that is a prize. I'll say
It's a
that.
bull shark. Or a tiger shark. Might be a tiger shark.
Floridian. I'm looking
Yeah.
at.
I know. What can I say? That's a tiger shark. Are they still setting off fireworks behind you?
I don't know. I think it's my neighbors. There you go.
Yep. A what? A what? I also think it's ironic that everybody just completely like Hooper is the expert on it from the Oceanographic Institute and all that stuff, and he's the one that they just kind of like toss to the side. You know what I mean?
I want you
Nobody
to know right
listens
now.
to him.
Do you realize how much people cared about Oceanic Institute in the 70s?
That's fair.
I'm going to assume it's my neighbors.
You what?
I'm going to assume it's my neighbors.
If we start seeing blue flashing lights behind you, we'll be concerned.
Okay. See, can you imagine that? Like, in order to confirm
pretty
it was a
brutal.
shark that attacked his people, they have to open it up and find the body.
The half-assed autopsy. He's got
It's
a
a good
fair
thing.
point.
Well, it's a good thing it's dead, you know? So it's not like the digestive system's going to keep going.
Yeah.
Was there a funeral, like, that day?
There was his funeral, yeah. That was a hit. I feel bad for him too in this scene because he again, it's like a Loomis situation. Like he tried to warn people and nobody listened yet. Who does everybody blame? Brody. Who did everybody blame for Michael? Loomis. Like the one person who's trying to be logical is, sucks.
Yeah, I get that.
Bro, she didn't even slap him. It had like.
Is that her mom?
That's his mom, yeah. That's the kid's mom. The little boy that died on the yellow raft, that's his mom. My boy, that's his mom. Bro looks like she could be his grandmother, I know.
Okay, I'm glad you said it, not me.
I've always thought that too. No offense. Beautiful lady. She looks like a great lady, but...
Yeah, but it looks like you had your baby at like 50.
You know what's funny is when she slapped him, even like Matt Hooper and everybody else was like, damn.
It's like, damn, glad it wasn't my cheek.
Yeah.
I love how he looks like the youngest out of this entire cast.
He probably was.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's a boring part in this entire movie. I really don't. I every bit of it is good. I mean,
Yeah, I'd say it's catching on pretty quick.
like even this is a cool moment between him and Michael. It's all about character, man.
That's so cute. Jesus Christ! I think my neighbors are celebrating the 4th of July
They
4
sound
days
like
earlier.
gunshots. I mean, I know it's fireworks, but they legit sound like people are popping off rounds outside of your house.
Yeah. Here, I'll be right back. I'm going to confirm that real quick.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Matt Fauci, I'm a sucker for Jaws 3D. Just saying, dude, I love Jaws 3D. I know people hate that movie. It's a god awful movie, but man, I love it. Such a good one, 100%. Matt Hooper. I think Hooper's my favorite character. Hooper and Brody are probably my favorite characters in this movie. I love this scene. The irony in it. Bro brings 2 bottles of wine to a dinner.
I love it. It's thunderstorming right now, and people are still shooting off fireworks.
Hey, what are you going to do? Listen, the ball stack on Hooper. Dude brings, first of all, shows up unannounced, brings 2 bottles of wine, one red and one white, and then sits down at the dinner table and says, "Is anybody eating that?" and takes it and starts eating.
Like I said, we got more conservative as the years gone by.
Fair. I also think it's funny. Look how much wine he pours. Do you want to let that breathe for? Oh, nope, nothing.
That is, I don't even like wine like that.
An entire cup of wine. Drowning. But see, that's not necessarily true
What?
because It's not like they didn't know what they were missing and suddenly they love human. Like, it's not like that. It's just not. Bro. They are going
What?
ham next door.
They really are.
Y'all didn't think you'd come to our 4th of July show and not hear fireworks, did you? Because it's happening. Here we go. Another great scene.
What is the elementary canal?
Who knows? I love how everything just kind of like spills out and how disgusted Brody is. All that
It's
white
all
liquid.
white. Jesus, he had that one whole.
I know. Yeah, the whole fish. That is true. They ate license plates.
Huh?
They ate anything.
Oh, buddy, gonna be smelling.
Yep. They're gonna go back to Brody's house, and Lorraine, his wife, is gonna be like,
So is he like a water marshal or something like that?
Brody?
Yeah.
No, he's just the chief of police.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just the chief of police. That's it. But he's terrified of water. That's that's one of the more important parts of his character is how scared he is. It's like he has to overcome the fear of that in doing this, you know. Bro is drunk.
She is.
See, if I was terrified of it though, I wouldn't want to be drunk out there.
Well, when you're drunk, you're not scared.
I know, but still,
That's not an endorsement for drinking.
that's fair.
But I'm just saying that's how it goes.
That's kind of a scary shot, I'm gonna be real. A fish finder.
I got him on the fish finder, guys. Oh.
Such a cool scene.
I mean, if you really want to like fuck with your thalassophobia, like literally watch this scene. It's complete pitch darkness. You're in a bed of water, and all you have is a searchlight, and you're in the unknown right now.
Right.
Like if you didn't have a lighthouse around, you don't know where you are.
Yeah.
Well,
Rip Ben Gardner. Bro, you gotta have a nutsack of steel to go in that water right now.
I mean, yeah, right. You see the bite mark right there.
Yep.
I mean, did you remember from a story? Like, old buddy, like straight up, like was attacked.
And swam back to shore, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep drinking.
Yeah, keep drinking and eating pretzels.
You be back in 2 minutes, Brad?
I didn't mean to do that. At least he has the lights from under the boat on there.
Okay, but look how much that's doing.
I know, it's not doing much.
Going ham.
Yeah. I love this moment too. You know, this movie is so cool. Like, another thing I love about it is you can't put this movie in a singular genre. Like, it's got horror elements, it's got thriller elements, it's got action and adventure elements. Like, it's everything.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And there's the moment where he realizes what's going on. Terrifying.
Yeah, the great
moment.
white. Jesus Christ.
That's a scary moment. I'm good. I gotta be honest, man.
I believe it.
That used to make me jump as a kid.
Bro, they totally forgot about the fucking boat that just...
Yep, Jersey Beach, 1916. That's actually what Jaws was based off of. There was a series of shark attacks, and killings in like the early 1900s. That, you know, it was a great white that went rogue.
What the fuck kind of thinking was that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What the fuck kind of like thinking was that? Do you have the teeth? Well, I guess we got to keep it.
We're
open.
giving you
What the
all this
fuck
other
is that?
evidence that something is really wrong here. Well, do you have the tooth? Well, then you're wrong. I don't believe you. Until it swims up and bites you in the ass. The graffiti.
Oh my god. Bro, he keeps sucking on that cigarette butt.
I know, right? Yeah, he's not even smoking it. He's just like chewing it. I also like his description. That's legit pretty much it. Swims, eats, and makes baby sharks.
Yeah, I would be livid.
Yeah, yeah. Can't talk to him, man.
Yeah. And I've seen that. I've seen that type of mentality. I mean, you look at it like with Loomis, with Richard, and then also if you remember, I don't know if it was like that in the 1970s crazies, but it was the same way in like the 2004
Right.
crazies,
Yep.
where it was like we need to shut off the water.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of vacation people, man. It's a lot of people in that tiny little town, man.
I mean, there it is. It's the 4th of July. A nun
Even a
makes
nun.
it too.
This is also like one of those. It's just got that classic summer feel. You know what I mean? That you just can't
Oh,
beat.
yeah.
You just can't beat it.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot of people.
The music, everything. Killer shark.
I've never been to a beach that had that type of like changing area.
Yeah. Dude, I'm going to the beach in a couple of weeks. I'm so ready. My body
Yeah,
needs it.
I went
need
to the
it.
lake a few days ago, and it felt amazing.
There is nothing like being in salt water. Bro almost fell. That reporter was like, "But in recent days, there was something." Would you really feel safe though, swimming on a beach where there's a bunch of armed people with guns on boats, like a mile out? Like, wouldn't
If
that
they're
make you feel like?
if they're trying to keep a shark at bay, sure.
Well, that's fair too.
You know what? Here, look. If I knew there was a shark out there and they were doing nothing about it, I would not be there.
Yeah.
If I knew there was a shark out there and the entire town is pretty much standing guard, I'd feel some sort of safe.
This was crappy of him.
Why does that fucking matter?
Exactly. Yeah, they're
You have
there.
thousands
Like,
of people here.
exactly. There are thousands of people there in your town spending money doing what you want them to do. And they take the kids. It's not even just like they go to get in the water. They take the kids too? Really?
That's not even that big of a beach. Eat a dick. You think you're that popular? I love how scared they are. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
That mayor gets to eat his words though, which is good.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Would you let your kid go out there?
No. I'll go out there. I'm not letting my kid go out there.
The pond is scarier looking though, because that's connected to open ocean versus that little stretch of beach that was like right there where everybody else is. I mean, that's connected to open ocean too, but all of the boats are there. Like, he sent him to the place that's like the most unsupervised.
Mm-hmm.
She's got Sean, yeah. She's like, I've got our other kid. Wait, where's our other kid? Hey, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
You're good. know. Let me ask you guys this. Like, I have not seen a beach that is like that busy. I guess I don't go out there whenever it's like pure summertime. But I guess it's just not my thing. I do like the shots underwater. They are pretty cool. Fucking hate that mirror, dude. I really fucking hate that mirror. It's like the worst mirror. It's like, you know how like in horror movies, there's always like that terrible mirror or terrible thing that's like just not doing good for the town. Shark. 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 Get to work. How do you control hysteria like that, right?
Mass panic.
As I was saying, like I was telling them, like, how do you control mass hysteria like that?
You don't.
Yeah.
That's how people get hurt, man. That guy's a dick. Pushed 2 kids off of a raft. That poor lady's getting trampled.
Yeah. I'm sure some people would die because of the trampling.
Yeah. Mass panic, man. Evil dies tonight. Shark dies tonight.
LOL. What a fuck.
That's pretty bad.
What a fuckwad.
Yeah. Sure, somebody did get injured, man. You know what always bothered me about that? Sounds stupid. Cardboard would not have lasted in the water. Whoop.
No.
But that will. She's screaming shark. And you're like, no, what? What's going on?
And the pond where I sent my kid.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that pond was 10 times more dangerous. Bum, 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 bigga-digga-dum. That's a cool shot. That is one of my favorite shots in the film. And another one of my favorite shots in the film is coming up like in just a second. Also, what is that dude's little red dinghy thing?
It's a cool dinghy. LOL.
Dude, this shot. Oh. Because that's the first time we even see it at all.
Yeah.
But you, like, barely see it. Until there.
Oh, poor leg.
Rip. Dude's shoe was still on and everything. That's a cool shot, too, man.
What, did the shark
What
learn
a
how to
great
fucking
scene.
fly?
Get a gun and shoot it. Shoot that thing all you want. It ain't gonna
I
matter.
don't know. Shoot a couple more times.
Dude, their skin is so thick. I mean, depending on the knife you use, you could try to stab a shark and it would bend the knife before you did anything, you know?
He's probably crying because the sandcastle got busted down.
I know, right? He doesn't even know what happened.
Yeah.
No, he knows. And it's like, this is the moment. We have to kill the shark. Another cool shot, though. The symbolism, what it all means.
I have to go in the water.
He's got to go to the open ocean. He's got to face it. He's got to handle it.
Wow, what a New Yorker right
Coffee.
there. That's because they're from New York, right? He said that he was a cop from New York.
Dude, the mom was like, "Can I bring you anything from home?" The kid's like, "Cigarettes and coffee."
Cigarettes and coffee. Bro, I would be punching them air right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, he definitely deserves to walk up to that mayor and slug him in the face. No, you weren't, bro. Keep trying to convince yourself that you were acting in the town's best interest.
Scorsese. Oh, finally, he smokes a cigarette.
You know what else is funny? My guy is smoking in a hospital. But again, the 70s, dude, the 70s did it differently. Smoking on airplanes, smoking in a hospital. Bro, if you lit up in a hospital today, you'd have security on you like...
See, he looks like the kind of man that can do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. But he's also nuts, and you know he's nuts. I would not drink that.
Bow-legged women. Oh, buddy got blood on his hand right now.
Boil him.
It's not ready yet. He's making his stock.
That's how you like get all the remnants off and you know, preserve them. He said, "Don't drink that."
Is that a verb?
Sharkin. It's such a good trio, and it's such... Honestly, I think it's almost because all three characters are so different from each other. You know what I mean?
That's true. I can feel the tension.
Oh, yeah.
You got soft hands, brother.
You think they like you can tell they actually didn't like each other.
That's funny.
Half the time he just rambles to himself, and it's so funny.
They really hated each other. I can see it.
Can I say something that I've always wanted to do?
But
Hey, good reel. What's up, Brett, man? How's it going, buddy? Said, hey guys, y'all gonna need a bigger boat for real. We need a bigger one.
much bigger.
I've always like I know everybody's got like their crazy thing that they would love to do at some point in their life. Like my wife wants to go skydiving. Screw that. No way. I'm not going skydiving. But I definitely want to cage dive with sharks. I would love to cage dive with gray whites. Love it. I will do that before I go skydiving any day of the week. I know that sounds crazy, and it probably is crazy, but it's me. You ladies of Spain. Boston.
I don't think they shook hands in the rap party.
Probably didn't. Bro, I don't think this had a rap party. When 100 days over schedule, they were like, edit this thing.
After the final shot. All right, I'll see you at the premiere.
Yeah. He's screaming at him. Colorful.
How far out in the water did they go? I didn't really like think about that back
What?
then. Like, how far did they go out and see?
Well, it's funny because in the final shot when he kills the shark,
Mm-hmm.
it
Spoiler.
it doesn't look like, okay, if you don't know by now, he's only like a mile or two away from shore. Like you can clearly see the shore from where he's at, you know? So it couldn't have been that far.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
The orca. Like, what the hell is he even talking about? Do you think he improvised some of this?
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. Because back in the 70s, you didn't really, like, improvise. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I could see somebody like Robert Shaw improvising.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff he says is so off the wall anyways that it's almost like you know. Chumming.
What is he smelling?
It smells so bad. You got to have something to take the smell away.
Really?
Yep. Okay, it's a bunch of dead, rotting fish.
Oh, yeah.
Which it's supposed to smell bad. That's how you attract them, but... Bro tore the cap off the beer. He didn't even just pop the top. He tore the cap off the beer can.
Bro, what does that do for you? I don't know, but it's not going to be good.
And crushed it. Chugged it.
That green screen, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Foreshadowing.
One time, I seen it eat a rocking chair. One time.
You also get the you get the idea that Quint has seen some things in his
Yeah.
life.
But
You know, which
here,
of
real
course
quick.
when he gets into the Indianapolis story and stuff like that, like duh. But
Yeah.
what were you gonna say?
I think one thing that I noticed right there, which I didn't really realize, was even though that Quint didn't like, even though they didn't like each other, you saw Quint give a little bit of respect right there. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Like he was like you should have told me what kind of line to pull because I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
like at least he knows that he's been to sea and he
Yep.
is like he does have his sea legs. But it's
And
just the way
there's
they do their things is vastly different from one another. So that's why there's that tension building.
yeah.
We also fucking hate each other, so yeah.
Right. And we're over the halfway point, but this is really where we get into like the meat and potatoes of what happens, you know.
Good, because my thighs have been sticking to my
It's-
leather chair right now. Fucking shit.
It's
I'm
so cool
sweating
though because
horrible.
like we strip it away of everything. Like we strip away the rest of the cast. Like it's literally just these three dudes and the shark.
Yeah, there's no other like
Like
screen time of anyone else.
exactly. And we
Like the
get
mayor's gone,
yep.
his wife is gone. Yeah.
We get their awesome weird relationship with each other and their dialogue and stuff. It's just cool. Bro, you know you're hardcore when you
Bro,
strap yourself.
do you know like how much fun that has to be? Like to
Oh, I bet
battle
it's
out
got to be a blast.
like not even
Not
like a shark, just like any
a marlin
fish.
or something.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
marlins have killed fishermen out there.
Yep. Yeah.
That's smart.
Yep. It's also a pretty cool boat.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique boat, I gotta say.
He has a cool looking boat. He's going down. And again, it's so ominous even though you don't see what's happening. Like so cool.
It's like his facial expression. You can see like how smart this fish is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see him come to the realization of like, oh, this is going to be a little bit more difficult than I thought, you know.
Yeah.
Josh Boyd, what's going on, man? Said the damn shark stole my baby. Stealing my baby.
I love how he doesn't really fish. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the one holding the line.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely gets like baptism by fire for the ocean, you know.
Yeah. As I said, I feel like the hook would have been the first thing I did.
Yeah. I love this moment too.
You can see-
Arr! You know what else is funny too is like what, and it's like, is he really doing it? Is he doing it because he's nuts, or is he doing it on purpose just to screw with him? Like, yeah, Richard Dreyfuss, but he'll give him orders and then he contradicts him like 3 seconds later and tells him to do something else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it was difficult filming like on the water. Because to my knowledge, no other movie ever did that before.
Oh boy, playing solitaire
With himself.
on a ship.
And he does have some respect
Some
for Hooper.
level
You can
of-
tell. He does.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let him drive the boat and do all those things if, you know. He wouldn't trust him with that if he didn't have some kind of respect for him.
Right.
But then he has to do stuff like that. One of the most iconic moments in film.
I love how quick he was.
I know, right?
It's my favorite scene. Most favorite or
Yep.
famous misused line.
I know. Everybody always says
cinema
we're going to
history.
need, it's you're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
Such a cool moment. It's like they come face to face with him for the first time. Like, it's such a good moment. God, I love this movie.
Bruce.
Hello, Bruce.
That thing's fucking huge.
It's huge.
I love how it doesn't.
25.
I love how when it shows Bruce, he's literally not like swimming. He's just straight line.
Well, it's just the tail. If you look closely, you can see the tail swimming. But,
Okay.
But again, when you see the shark, not in every single shot, it doesn't always show it clearly. Like you can't really see the tail. That's scary, being on the side of the boat like that.
Yeah.
Also, he's in Converse.
Nah, he's in that Nautica like boat shoes. That's what he's in.
They look like blue Converse, like Navy Converse, don't they?
Put her on.
So cool. The sea's rough in that shot too. A lot of waves.
He said this.
I like Brody. Like you can tell
line and
Brody,
hook.
he's in like panic mode. Like he doesn't want to be out there, and he goes back in, but it's like he doesn't know where he's going or what he's doing. And when you're on a boat like that, it's like you just got to trust yourself to be able to hold on when you're on the side and stuff like that, you know?
Very true.
Got to get the shark tracker. it builds tension so well.
Yeah.
You know? Between the music and the shots and like how it prolongs everything. Such a good example of building tension. Boom, one barrel.
It's like it left horror themes
Exactly, yeah.
and we went right into like monster
Like
hunting.
action adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
But then we go back. That's what I'm saying. It weaves in and out of genres so well. Like you can't. It's one of those movies you can't classify it in one thing, which is cool. I like that about it. And it makes me have all the more respect for Steven Spielberg, even though he was a young, inexperienced director at this point. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the shots are so well done.
They lose a fish.
He took that barrel down.
I love how he's still stuck on that.
Yeah. I mean, the cinematography is so good, man. And I mean, honestly, you're not gonna get cinematography like that in, you know, you'd have to be on the ocean.
You're not
like
gonna
that.
get that at a studio
in a lot,
Hollywood.
you know. Yep.
I'd rather not.
This is one I love this scene. It's one of my favorite scenes in movies, man. Swapping war stories.
What? They're drunk off wine too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, buddy's flexible as fuck.
I know, right? He turned his leg a lot. It's like they hate each other, but they have a mutual respect for each other thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like throughout this movie, you could feel the tension, but like there's a level of respect that they gave each other because each one of
Yeah.
them come from a level of experience that is equally as important to one another to accomplish, catching this shark.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's their chemistry that makes it all so good, you know?
Yeah.
And then we got to have the moment that breaks the rest of the moment, you know? And again, it's one of those things like this story is it gives context for two things. A, why he's a shark hunter, and B, it almost makes you kind of sympathize with him of like why he's so nuts. You know what I mean? Because he went through something so awful when the Indianapolis sunk.
And it was like, like the stragglers were pretty much picked off one by one by the sharks.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And he delivers it so well.
You know what, man? 2016, Nick Cage is the captain in the USS Indianapolis movie. Did you know that?
There's a movie about that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Nick Cage, USS Indianapolis, Men of Courage.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the thing.
Nope.
Huh. Huh.
Did you find it?
Yeah. The Navy estimates about 300 sailors were trapped inside and went down with the vessel. The remaining 800 sailors abandoned ship, but rescue vessels didn't arrive for 4 days. Hundreds of sailors died in the interim from injuries, dehydration, and shark attacks. Only 316 survived. Whew. Sharks got 6 people an hour, man.
That's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty screwed up. Again, and then it weaves back into that like horror element type thing, thriller, mystery, so good. And all the while when you're thinking about where they are and what they're waiting on, and it's great, man.
Kind of hard to beat that story.
Yep. And then you hear whales. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain.
I
had a little drink about an hour ago.
I wonder if we're like in like sync with our time.
We're not.
Yeah. He hit his head.
And boop. Creepy. Again, using an object to signify that the shark is there. They're definitely drunk. Boom. Bro is ramming that ship. That's scary. Could you imagine? Those bullets aren't going to do anything to him, man. Bro, if my man's rifle didn't do anything. That shooting star.
Wasn't there like signs of aliens in this movie?
What do you mean?
Like I could have sworn I read an article somewhere about like in that night shot there's like signs of an alien
I mean, there were the
spacecraft.
shooting stars.
Oh.
They were CGI.
I've
Ugh,
seen it before too.
that's
You've seen people
awful.
try to wrangle horses in those
Yeah.
sports shows.
Yep.
Rope freshly sliced off your hand. Yep, there it is.
Woo! She. It always irritated me that Quint did this.
Do what? You thought it was weird that you destroyed it?
Yeah. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. Even the way the camera tracks on the boat, like, there's something about it, like, I almost think the fact that it's a confined space, too, like,
Mm-hmm.
you only have so much space to film in, like, that's another thing that makes it really effective. So many great shots. Quint is like the shark Van Helsing.
Do what?
Quint is like the shark Van Helsing.
I'd say so, yeah.
He's taking him back towards land. It's got adventure vibes too, you know.
Yeah,
It's
I'd
definitely
say so.
it's definitely a blockbuster.
Bro, you mean to tell me you can't aim? Okay.
Bro, his revolver is doing nothing though. He can't stay down long though, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. We're almost at the point too where like you can tell Quint is almost a little spooked. Like you can tell he's kind of like, dang, this is legit.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. They shouldn't have done
Yeah,
that.
bro, you realize how dangerous it is to be
That's
a
scary.
seaman? Like, I've seen terrible accidents happen because of ropes.
Yeah. You know what I think is hysterical? They made the
What?
shark roar, as if that really happens.
Do what?
They made the shark roar, like when he breaches and he comes up over the surface. He's like, roar.
Did he
Like,
roar?
yeah, he kind of roars a little bit if you really listen. It's weird. Cut it, man. Cut it. Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
Oh,
Rip.
you mean tell me that's the only sharp object you have?
I know, right? There was nothing closer. tense. Very tense. At least they got him to where he can't stay down for long. It's smart.
This is Bruce we're talking about. Bruce can do anything he wants.
You don't know what you're talking about. He's like, watch me I'm about to go under your boat. I'd be pumping.
Oh boy.
Big boy. I guess the tail wasn't moving, was it?
No.
His whole body was just like... See, they're not far from land, at least.
That's fair. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. You got to know when to throw in the towel, man.
Bro, can you imagine wet denim?
Yeah, that'd be pretty uncomfortable. At the end of the day, man, Quint's ego got the best of him. They probably could have made it, and their plan probably would have worked if he wouldn't have tried to floor it. You know what I mean? But he flooded it. He killed it. Quint's one of those guys, though, that it's like, I don't think he really even cares if he went down fighting, you know?
Yeah. I think he enjoys the fight more than he does the prize. He does.
Yep. Whew.
Bruce like, okay, this game easy now.
Yeah. Bruce said, I'm about to pull a killer whale. Hunt you down, play with you.
Jesus Christ.
It's really cool seeing like the slow realization that like they're screwed. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Like on all of their faces at the same time, especially on Quint, because Quint's been like, "Oh, we'll be fine. We'll make it," you know. But he'll never admit he's wrong.
I love how all he had to do was yell.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay.
Try it his way. I'm serious, man. I would like to cage dive at some point. I think it'd be fun. I mean, scary, obviously, and
Yeah, you remember the video?
inducing, but-
I don't think you saw this video, but there was a video of a man that was cage diving with sharks. The shark jumped and got into the cage with
Yep.
yeah.
Well, in this scene, I mean, obviously, it wasn't Richard Dreyfuss in the cage when it shows him thrashing around, but it was an actual shark doing that in the scene, you know.
I'd be like, keep his glasses.
Yeah. He's scared.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd he spit in him anyways? I never understood that either. Just
There's
dip him
something
in the
about
water.
there's something yeah, I don't know.
Dip him in the water. That's enough.
You want salt water in your
That's
eye?
enough. You don't need to do anything else.
You want salt water in your eye?
Well,
it's different when you're in a lake, but like if you're gonna have salt water just like all up in your face.
yeah. Scary.
I mean, yeah, think about it, man. You're in an enclosed area.
Freaky.
Yeah. Right to the action,
There
right?
he be. I know, right? Didn't take long.
Bruce said, I didn't hear no bell ring.
Yeah, the shark is like, well, this is new. That's a cool shot.
He said, I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Richard Dreyfuss is like, that's a cute outfit. Did your husband make it for you?
I just saw Spider-Man 1 and 2 the other week. That's why I was. Oh man.
Did your husband make it for you? Bonesaw is ready. That's a big needle.
That's a big shark.
And boom.
Yep, there goes.
Now, see, that was real footage of a shark. Rip.
right there. Yeah.
That's real footage.
What? You gotta swim in there?
Look at that dent. Bro, you dropped it. Like it's on the ocean floor right now.
I mean, look at it. It's a beast.
Yeah, it is, man. There is something that looks a little bit more monstrous about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Than a normal shark. It's the obvious size and the textures and stuff. Smart. Go for it.
love how I love how literally the other two are just like up there just chilling
I know,
watching.
right? They're just watching all of this happen.
I'm like, wow, it's been about 3 minutes.
It shows them back up on the surface, and Brody and Quinn are both like,
Farewell, I do my
yeah,
Okay, no, they're actually
that was
struggling.
real. That footage was real. Or what we're about to see was real. Yep. Dude, it's scary that's Mother Nature ain't no joke, man.
That's actually a shark.
Yep.
So just
Scary.
imagine something that's capable of that much destruction, but also has the mental capacity of us. And that's what an orca is, guys.
I know, that's
Think
what a
about
killer
it.
whale is, yeah. No thanks. But they also, the other thing is not only like both of those things are correct, they hunt in packs of like 8. Like there's 8
They're
of
not
that.
sole
Like it's
they're
not
not
even like
sole
one.
predators. Like you're gonna get bodied by the sixes.
Like he brings his family and friends too. Scary. Dude, Quint's death is, I don't care what anybody says. Quint's death is one of the most hardcore death scenes in horror history. Because when I mean, there's something about when he screams when he gets bit, like, oh, his scream is just gut wrenching. Oh, when you hear the crunch of it, and
Yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, you think about it,
yeah,
like fucking hell, that's terrible.
violent. Phew. Phew. That shark turns into Negan. I'm just getting started.
Stop. It's capsizing now.
Yep. It's sinking fast. You know what I love about this moment is not only does the shark come crashing through, look at its teeth. You
Ugh.
see Quint's flesh moving from its teeth, like caught on its teeth, man. Show me the tank. Show me the tank.
Also love how old buddy
Sinking
just chilling in the
fast.
back, and that's in the depths of the sea.
Yeah. I wonder if they really sank the ship.
What?
I wonder if they really sank the ship. They'd have had to, right?
I imagine they did. Yeah.
I mean, it's the ship. It's not like it's
I mean, are
something
you
else.
allowed? I don't think you're allowed to just sink a ship. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the actual law behind that is.
Floridian right there. I'm talking to.
Okay, I'm not a boater. Another iconic shot. What a cool shot, man.
Well, I love how old buddy Bruce is just chewing on that tank like it's a bubble gum. He says, "You know what? I probably shouldn't spit this out of my mouth."
Bro, they stabbed him a lot.
Well, I mean, Bruce can take it.
Show me the tank. Pull her up.
Oh, you can see his skin. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's gross. Tense, man.
Most iconic line too.
Amazing, man. Such an amazing scene. And his reaction to it, too. When he just, like, uh, pieces of meat falling down. Now he better get out of there, though, because you know what that's going to attract?
More sharks.
Killer whales. No, I'm kidding. Sharks.
It's funny.
Orcas.
That's funny. The orca's like, I smell a liver.
Yeah. If it's not blown up.
Nah, it's not blowing up. That thing's still intact. Dude, how fucked would it be if you just heard the bottom?
Yeah, right. You see another fin come up. This was just the prequel to the Meg. Why did the ship stop sinking?
I don't know, probably because it took enough water.
Bro turns and points the gun. Another shark! He shoots Richard Dreyfuss in the face.
He's like, thank God Quinn's dead.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know at this point. I think they did have kind of a mutual respect in the end.
Yeah, they did.
You know? This has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, man.
Not bad.
It's I don't know. It's perfect.
Yeah, there it is.
It's so well done, and it was an accident. That's the thing, is it's like it wasn't even supposed to be. I don't know. It was, when you look at all of the issues, and you look at everything it had stacked up against it, and then you look at what it became, and not only what it became, but it's not like it's a movie where you're like, oh, it was successful back then and it was amazing back then, but now it's kind of like looked at as like, it's dated. No, man, people still look at Jaws and they're still like, that's dope. Yeah, that was cool. That it still means something today, and I mean it's the thing that launched Spielberg's career. It's so cool,
and launched an entire fucking genre of what would be known as shark movies. Like, I'm watching on YouTube and listen to all the suggested movies. You got The Meg, Shallows, Great White, The Black Demon, Jaws 2. Five-headed shark attack.
It launched the greatest
down. Yeah.
It launched the greatest franchise in cinematic history.
Oh my God. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, honestly.
Well, I mean, it had 3 sequels, which is absurd when you think about it. Although I must say, Jaws 2 is actually like not the worst movie in the world, and Jaws 3D is god awful, but it's fun, and I still enjoy it. Now, Jaws: The Revenge with Michael Caine. Jaws: The Revenge is.
Was it bad?
Jaws: The Revenge is one of my least favorite movies of all time. It is.
But you know what?
It is hot, steaming garbage juice. It is.
But you know
terrible.
What? It paid for Michael Caine's mother's house.
It did.
That's all that matters.
It did. I mean, it's. I mean, Jaws: The Revenge is literally like here's the plot. This shark had a baby, and in its lineage, it's coming back to get revenge.
Not bad.
Like, what? It's absurd, but
I mean, it's like the movie Orca.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, man, Jaws, I will forever be grateful for this movie. And I will ever, I think moviegoers will always pay a lot of mind to this movie and will always look at Jaws and say, man, that defined what a summer blockbuster was, and it defined arguably the most successful director in cinematic history, his career, and it inspired so many things. It touched on the action adventure tropes. It touched on that summer blockbuster trope. It was part of what got the horror craze going. I mean, it was so meaningful and so impactful on the genre. And we're gonna take even a deeper dive into it on Purely and Simply Evil at some point very soon. Don't have a date for that show yet, but listen, if you stuck with us this entire show, 2.5 hours in, we love you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad I hadn't watched this one in a couple years, or a year or so. The first time I pulled it out in a while, so I'm glad we got to watch it. But thank you guys so much. I have to pee like a racehorse, so I'm going to try and wrap this thing up. We've been sitting here for a while. Guys, thank you so much again. If you have not joined the Let's Talk Movies Facebook group, please go ahead and do so. Let's Talk Movies YouTube channel / community page on Facebook. That'll get you in there. We're over 100 members now, which is really cool. Next Friday, big old channel announcement. And if you're in that Facebook group, you get that channel announcement on Thursday night instead of Friday. Thursday. You get it on Thursday night instead of Friday. So, and again, we're on Threads. We're on all social media at LTM Podcast KY, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, all of the above. So, guys, as always, we love you. New episodes of our shows premiere every week at 8 p.m. Eastern. And as always, be good to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace.